Welcome back to another showing of the Midnight Broadcasting Network. We have our Speedway Collective Default Series racing tonight. You see it here on your screen. We are taking the Truck Series to Watkins, Glen. This is going to be a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be in for a treat. This track is very, very fast. Your corners are going to be coming at you very, very quickly, and you're going to have to handle yourself accordingly. Now, with these trucks, it's a lot different than the cars and how they handle here. It's got a little bit more weight to them. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. But joining me here in the broadcast booth, back from last week, couldn't get enough, and seemed like it was a fan favorite broadcast from last week. So I got my good friend Fluffy joining us again to kick this thing off and call a truck series race at the Glen. And let's just face it, Fluffy, you're not shy to a leaderboard like the road courses, buddy. So we know you know a thing or two about getting around here. So how you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Feeling good, man. I tell you what, I love Watkins Glen, man. You know they got the best hot dogs here. Like hell, they've got the best hot dogs. I mean, I went down there in the concession stands, and godly, dude, they got a hot dog called the Glen dog, and it's basically you got a pretzel bun, you know, and then you got the mac and cheese, and then you got the chili on top of the hot dog. Man, I tell you what, the Glen dog, man, man, they got some good food up here in Upstate. Let me just tell you right now. But man, you know, these guys, they're going to really go into a tight battle here tonight. You know, they got 9 turns. You know, it's a long track, but the only issue is the tires and basically just not going off the track here. I mean, you got to be really consistent here. It's a very tight track, nine turns in this whole course, and these guys are going to be tested tonight for sure. And this is going to be one of those tracks where you just got to be on your toes every single corner.
And my biggest concern is how all these guys are going to be handling the braking zones. Being it's a default series race, these brake biases are going to be a little out of whack from what they're used to. We're going to be seeing cars getting yanked to the left or to the right, depending on how aggressive their brakes are. So this is going to be really, really trying here at the beginning until everyone figures out what's going to happen.
You know, it's crazy too, because when you look at the specs of the default series, most of these default series, the cars are not designed like how you would on a a custom setup. Heck, I looked at the specs on the trucks, and man, they've got, it's literally a 2000. I think it's like either 875 or 2000 sway bar. And then literally the shocks were like 900.
Oh wow!
And 300, 400 on the rear springs. So these cars and honestly, the most shocking part is the rod heights. The rod heights are about five across the board. The front and rear rod heights, and yeah, so it's going to be really challenging for these guys tonight in the trucks, because it's
I agree.
It's it's definitely it's going to be one of those tracks where you got to really be on your toes.
All right. Well, apologize for the blue screen, everybody, but we did get our invites here, and I am joining right now. Cody, did you get yours?
I did. Did you get yours?
I did. I waited a little bit, let you finish your thing, and let these guys get the lineup going too.
So are you good, man? You're good. You are good.
Loading in right now, so I apologize if I'm a little bit late, but I wanted to make sure that everyone got in the race that they needed to, and for us broadcasters to not be included in that race.
I think they're under caution.
And we do have the lineup here. All right. Yeah, it looks like they're under caution.
Yeah, I think they had it on strict caution, so it's gonna be they're really gonna have to make little to no mistakes here. I mean, strict cautions got implemented yesterday, and basically it's gonna change. It's gonna change here, so a little less aggressive moves here tonight, but still one lap here, one lap pace here. You know,
I'm trying to find our pole sitter here, Saab Max.
Saab is
there. He is. I found him. Yep. All right. So while they're getting lined up here, we're gonna be setting the lineup. So you see our pole sitter. It is Saab Max, or now known as Max Boost 27. Alongside of him, we have the 45, and I believe that is Jay Hyper.
Yes.
Let's see here. The 09, if I remember correctly, is Hunty. I'm trying to check everything here. There we go. I had to scroll up in our chat here. All right, so Fluffy, can you look in and do the lineup, and I'll look at the names. I'm in two separate parts here to try and get it going.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to do the lineup on the racetrack, or do you?
Yeah, just call out the number of the truck, and then I'll say who it is.
Okay. 45, which would be
Jay Hyper. Yep.
The 27 of Max Boost.
Yep. The 09 is Hunty Wild. I believe the 4 is Titans.
Yes. We're about to go green here.
Yeah, we're about
to go green. Let's go racing at the Watkins Glen International, boys and girls. Let's go! Yeah!
And the green flag's out. They're coming down in turn 1. Let's take a look from the behind here. Make sure everybody gets through here cleanly. Oh, Saab gets a little wide.
Max,
you got a little wide. Oh, it's crazy out there.
There we go. That's going to be a caution.
Yeah, I think that brought out the caution, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Well,
we can tell.
Yep.
We can tell what's going to go on in this race.
Well, I think the lineup's not good right now, so we're just going to toss that to the side. Because this all just got jumbled up. Now, if I was these guys, like it would be just like the Cup Series race we had here. We wanted to get some space and get a single file as quickly as possible to run our stuff. You know, run your own race. You don't want to be influenced by anyone, you know, diving under you on the restarts, and you know, you don't know what you got against everyone on the track. So I mean, you need to feel it out and see how it goes. But let me get back to our leaders here. There we go. I believe it's Hunty Wild. Yep,
Hunty up there taking the green flag here back at Watkins Glen as they enter turn 1 here. Hunty's going to go wide a little bit, kind of push down on the 81 a little bit. Get a good run coming off 1 there. Coming up through the uphill. Turns 2 and 3.
Good
side by side with the 81.
The 81 is
going to charge in front.
And Wortman, if you might notice a little something different about his paint job there. I saw on his Twitter, this is a paint scheme dedicated to a cousin of his that was killed in action and member of the Army, I believe it was. So definitely want to remember his cousin. Oh, we're under caution, boys.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, especially with Veterans Day passing by recently. You know, it's only fitting. You know, you remember all your veterans and especially family members. So, you know, Wortman, that was a cool thing, you dedicating this race and this paint scheme to your cousin, man. And also, belated Happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. And if you are a veteran watching this broadcast, you know, live or on replay, we do thank you for your services to this country and, you know, ultimate sacrifices with your friends and family were paid to do that, so we appreciate that very, very much. So let's see if that might have been the stage end actually with 2 cautions. Now that I think about it,
It might have, but they're gonna go back green here at Watkins, Glen. Workman's gonna take the charge. Honey's gonna try to find something here on turn 1. Workman gonna try to take it on the inside a little bit, push Honey up into the rolling pads, but Workman is gonna get a really good charge coming up through turns 2 and 3.
I want to look through
The rest of the pack,
here.
it's just.
Oh, we got someone.
Oh, somebody's in the grass right here. Oh, 99's in the grass.
Staying green though.
We're still green. We're still green.
I just hope these guys
still on
space
the
out a little
charge.
bit here and just get to running their stuff. There we go, boys. There we go. Good stuff. Now this track is so much fun. You just gotta keep all 4 tires on the pavement and stay out of them grassy zones. So as long as you do that, you got a good shot at performing well.
Oh, yeah.
We got a 2-truck breakaway with C. Workman in the 81 and the pink machine of. Oh, he got loose.
He got loose. He's lagging.
He's lagging. Yep.
Oh, he's lagging. That was a big old lag from the, I think that was the 81 truck of C. Work. Oh, we're still green. We're still green. Going into turn 1 here. Oh, he kind of dives it in a little bit too deep there. Kind of get the rum pad a little bit. Don't want to do that.
I went back a little bit in the field here, and I happened to find my teammate, Mr. Nick Jobs, pro leaguer for Hendrick Motorsports on PS4, here in the Hooters ride here, the number 25. Looks like he's got a 5th place position right now, right behind our teammate and last week's winners, Max Boost, as they're going through the bus stop. Good to see that everybody got. We have a lag out, I believe. Will from the back is on pit road, and I think he may have lagged out. Looking through the middle of the pack here, I think it's still a 2-truck breakaway at the front. So I'm looking at Jay Hyper right now, riding right behind Voltage, and looks like there may be a caution on the track.
Yeah, let's look back here, see what the issue was.
I'm not seeing. No, I'm not seeing anyone too far behind. Not sure. But that's what happens when we don't have a ticker. So hopefully 704 is working on that, but we're doing the best we can with it. But this track is so tricky, and with the default series, you're at the mercy of whatever preset you choose. And these brake biases can be so touchy and just really surprise you with with these braking zones and how they handle. So take what you see as it with a grain of salt, because these guys really can't control the suspension and anything in a default race. Oh, and Max Boost does not go.
Went late or early on the gear there. Oh, they're cramming it in turn 1 there. 3 wide almost, but.
Oh, someone just greened the wall. Workman's lagging, I think.
Good God, Workman's lagging. People hitting the wall. Good God, it's crazy going through that. This is turn 2 and 3, man, I tell you. But, man, I tell you what, Joe's handling that truck nicely there. He's sitting himself in P3 right now, but. Somebody's going to get on the inside of Slade there on the right side. Oh, there's 3 wide, and the caution's out. Wow. Well,
I'm wondering if they do have strict cautions on, because that would be a mistake. Oh, boy. It's very strict.
Yeah, it's like you hit a wall really hard, that caution will come out. That's how strict cautions are.
Yeah, we tested it yesterday.
Yeah, we did. And I mean, it's literally just you hit a wall and
Excuse me.
it's just cautions coming out. You know.
Yep.
It's
And don't even have to spin out. Just hit it decent enough and a decent pop.
Yeah. It's like it's just it's crazy, but you know, man, it makes me want to go get another hot dog from the concession stand. But we can't. We're getting flag racing back at Watkins, Glen. Here we go. We got a new hitter up here, 87 of.
Is that Angelo?
I think it's Angelo.
I'm trying to.
It's Mateo. It's Mateo.
He went wide.
Mateo went cow tipping over.
Oh, the
Turn
KY
one
Colonel.
there.
KY Colonel is now your leader.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about KY, but man, he's on the charge, man. He's on the charge.
Well, this looks wild from the chase camera. Pack of hungry hounds chasing that pink car.
Let's see it. We got one. We got one that kind of just missed the track a little bit, so he's probably going to lose a lot of time here. But with a strict caution, he might get back. But
got some good racing right behind.
Yeah,
here.
we do. 2 wide here, coming through turn number 7 here.
I just jumped on board with Titans. Looks like he's closed the gap.
No,
to,
that was
KY.
turn. I think that was turn 8.
KY went wide. But, new leader, Titans.
That's gonna be a caution. That's gonna be a caution. Boom, boom.
Big one.
There we go. Carnage on the front stretch here at Watkins Glen International. Man, what a hit he took.
Yeah.
Man, if that was damage, that car would have been destroyed.
Trashed.
Take it back to the holler. We're done, crew chief.
No mo, boss. No mo.
No mo. No mo. I had enough. Been kicked around on the front stretch.
Yeah, I think these guys are wanting to rethink being on strict cautions, but you know, for the sake of racing, you know, I understand why they did it. You know, for a single car spin out, you know, stuff like that, but might not have been the direction to go for this. But it does showcase, you know, just how strict of how the cautions will fly.
Yeah, you gotta be clean, man. You gotta be real clean with what you do on the racetrack now. But Titans, man,
look at this front row.
Off the charge right here.
And look who's beside him.
He's gonna take it.
No, that's Diesel.
Whoa, the 22 of Diesel gonna give him
they're 3 wide.
Going into one.
Oh, there's a lag out.
Oh my God.
There's a lag out. I think KY lagged out.
Oh man. 2 weeks in a row, KY has just not had the luck. He's been found, but I mean, Titans.
Getting crazy behind Diesel.
This is gonna be real bad.
And they got through it clean.
No.
Well
it ain't
done.
Gonna be bad. That was really good. How that worked out, I'll never know, but it did.
Boy, look at this
Titans,
pack behind them.
Titans, he's showing up a little bit here, but Diesel, he's right on Titans with laggy workman behind him.
And there's nothing worse than a lagging car. Oh, wow, he did.
He went too wide.
And Diesel
there.
has nowhere to go, just boxed in. And these are Cup Series regulars right here, right behind Titans, and he's pulling away from them a little bit. So, Diesel got on 2 wheels.
Went wide. He went
there's a spin out. Job spun out. There's lots of lagging. Oh,
I don't think that. Was that a wreck?
I'm not sure,
it looked like a wreck on my screen. Everybody went sideways. We're still green. How in the world we're still green? I'll never know, but we're green.
And Titan's just pulling away. He's got a little bit of a gap to him, but we all know how Workman can finagle this stuff, so We'll see
I
what
like
he's
to
gonna
say
do.
this before anything else gets crazy, but man, I'm gonna feel real bad for the people that have to do the upkeep on this track because there's a lot of grass being thrown around tonight. I mean, a lot. Feel real bad for the people that upkeep this track.
Boy, Titans is looking actually really smooth in these corners.
He's looking strong, man. That Ford truck, he's looking real strong.
Looks like he's backing off throttle, just rolling it into the corner, not really going too aggressive with it. That was close.
Don't tag that wall. You don't want to do that. Cole Custer did it, I think, earlier this year or last year. Man, it messed up his car pretty bad. And caution has come out. For I don't know how many times, but caution has come out again.
Yeah, we're probably getting very close to the end of the race here because of the caution laps ticking down. Which that's how some of these races go, though. Like the road courses go quickly.
Races are, they do. You know, you think about it and you think, man, 37 laps, that's a lot. But in reality, it's really not. I mean, it's a very fast-paced track.
Yep, I agree.
But got another. Well, I thought we got another lead change, but still the same top four, I think.
And we got Titans.
Green flag is back out here. Titans gonna make a charge, but Workman, he ain't gonna let it.
Yeah, he's gonna dive it in.
He's gonna dive it in. But no, is he gonna get the run? Yeah, he's gonna get the run. But Titans, he ain't gonna give up now. He's gonna try to work the 81 truck, but he's gonna get too much, slam the wall. Oh, man.
And Max Boost is gonna come. Oh, that might have drawn the caution.
Not draw the caution there. That's what we were talking about. You know, you hit that wall really hard, and the caution is just gonna straight come out. It's that strict.
Yeah, they might want to rethink doing straight cautions for this for now. And I think we did have another lag out here, or a DNF. And I believe that'd be Nick Jobs, and it is.
Oh man, and Nick was doing pretty good. I mean, he had a really strong strong truck. I mean, he was up there. That's unfortunate, but Workman, no. It keeps doing that. I keep thinking Voltage is the leader, but it like pans out and it's Workman and Titans.
I think it goes to the lobby leader.
Oh, here we go. Titans, is he going to dive it down?
Oh
no, the 27 is going to try something. Oh man, here we go. We got us a race. The 09's going to look on the right side of Voltage.
Oh, the 4 is eating up the 81's bumper. And Max Boost is coming with a huge run on Titans. He's looking inside. Is he going to do it?
Look at Max Boost. He's going to try to get on the inside.
He stuck it.
Wow, what a maneuver on the 4. Wow.
And Voltage, where did he come from?
I'm telling you right now, you better watch out for that 27 truck because he is coming, son. He is coming with a vengeance.
On board with Max Boost now. I want to get his hood view, and I want to see him run down Workman here. See how he went a little wide.
Oh, that's going to cost him a little bit, but Workman hit the wall coming out of the final corner there. That's going to lose him a little bit of time, but I think Max Boost could probably get to him and take advantage on that.
Oh, he got into the gas.
He's coming, dude.
He is coming, son.
Oh,
look at the ground he made up.
Here he comes, boys and girls. I'm telling you, it's a race now. It's a race.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's going to look on the right side of the 81. Is he going to fake him a little bit? No, he's going to dive it in. He's going to dive it in, boys. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that 27 truck.
Wow.
Oh, he's making the 81 mess up a little bit.
Little love here, little love.
Oh, man, here we go. I'm telling you, boys and girls, the 81 is like, oh, man, I did not want to see that 27.
Oh, my gosh, look at this racing. 2 Cup regulars going at it.
At 81 just sure doesn't want to see that 27
no, he don't.
be on the back of him right there, but man, what a run he gets off the final corner here.
Look at the freaking momentum he maintains.
81's going to try to take the position away from him so he can get a run.
Oh, man.
He's going to bump a little bit. He's going to get wide here. 81 got wide too, but
watch the run he gets through here.
This is where he gets so much ground, and it's so insane of how he does it. It's a big run that literally Workman can't do it. A little lag there. 81. I'm telling you, he gets him through 2 and 3. It's unreal, and he gets him through the bus stop too.
Oh my goodness! Amazing. Look how much room.
I mean, my God, what a run by the 27. I mean, literally. Just watch when they come.
A caution came out.
Caution come out.
Hey, now while that was all going on, I'll give props where it's due. Honey Wild was running them down.
Wow.
That was some intense racing. Holy crap.
I'm amazed of how the 27 is getting through 2 and 3 like that. It's crazy, even on the default.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think he was on a custom setup, but man, on a default, he's gaining like so much ground on the 81 truck of Workman through 2 and 3 up the hill.
Right. That might have been. Was that the race? No, it wasn't. Okay.
No.
I was about to say it took a little bit. I'm not even sure if we're at the end of the stage, but I don't even care with this kind of racing. These Cup regulars, man, they're just so aggressive by nature.
They are. But,
the 27
we went wide. Oh my God! Here we go. We got it. He ain't too happy about that move, but this is where it gets really interesting right here.
Look at the gap he's putting on.
That is just wild. Even literally coming off the start of the restart there. I mean, that is just insane. And look, this is where he's gonna get him. He's gonna go through here and just gain that time.
Workman stayed solid with him there. Oh, he dove it in. Oh, he's lagging though. That might have been another yellow flag right there. Something happened in the bus stop.
Oh, man. Yeah, these strict cautions, they're going to have to kind of do something about those strict cautions now.
But look at this gaggle right here. You got S. Morris back here, Rusty Chance. Titans fell back quite a bit. He might have been the reason of it. He's back here. A Voltage is there. Wow. Some intense racing, man. They just.
Oh God, yeah.
I think we went the wrong direction with the strict cautions. Hopefully they get it cleaned up and we can finish this thing under green, because there's some extremely fantastic racing going on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Workman's gonna try to do what the 27 did to him. So be on the lookout for that. But
and there it is.
They got there perfect. The 81 kind of gave him a little.
Now what does the 27 look like side by side though?
Oh man, he's gonna get a run on the right, on the left side. Oh man, this is where he's gonna get him at. I'm telling you, this is where he gets him at every time. It's just like, watch, just watch. Gets off throttle. He gets into him. He gets into him.
Boy, he is hugging that mustard right there so well.
He's just following that 81. Just waiting for him to mess up.
81's trying to pinch you.
Oh, try
he's
to.
blocking them. He's gonna send him.
Oh,
27. He just sent him.
He will. He will. He will. Look at this. Look at this right here. He's going to
Look
try
at
to get
that.
on the inside.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What a power move from the outside.
Wow.
That 27 truck is on rails, ladies and gentlemen.
This is where it's going to get interesting right here. Is Workman going to try to... No, he ain't going to dive it in, but...
Oh, he had a really good corner one, though.
Oh, he's going to block him. He's going to block him, but this is where the 27 gets strong right here, but the 81, he's
81's
like,
got to run.
Oh, my God,
he's leaning on that left rear quarter, though. The crossover.
Hey, he's going to try something here. He's going to try something in the bus stop. Just don't know what he's going to do, but he's been strong on there all race long.
Oh my gosh.
Gets it to him a little bit. The 81
he got
gets
loose.
Tags the 27 a little bit, gets them all messed up. They're good. Still green. We're still green.
And look who's lagging just a little bit behind him. Just one mistake away. Honey Wild.
Oh, man. 27 and 81 got to figure out something because Honey is coming. I mean, there they go.
Oh, the 81.
My God. The 27 just sent the 81 right in the wall. Wow.
What a woo.
Oh, man.
I think message was delivered.
Oh, man. I'm telling you right now, the 81 is not going to be happy about that one. By no means. We're not going to hear the end of this one right here. I mean, that was wow. I mean,
that was some intense racing. Them boys were not giving an inch to each other.
I wish we had an instant replay on the broadcast here, because man,
that might have been
the end of the race.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Whoa!
Wow!
Oh
man.
My God! I don't even know who finished top 3. I know that Saab won it. Was it Honey Wild second? Ladies and gentlemen, we are speechless. Like, don't forget to back out here, Fluffy.
Oh yeah.
We gotta figure something out here.
Wow. I'm getting confirmation that he lagged back into the 27 of max boost there. I don't think that was intentional, because we've been talking on the broadcast a lot that he was lagging the entire race there. So I don't think Max was intended to send him into the wall, So I don't think Max would have done that to him.
Right.
Man, what a race. I mean, it was
for the situation. I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? For the amount of cautions we had, because of the strict cautions, the actual racing product that was on there was impressive. There was a lot of intense battling up front.
Man, I feel like we just started broadcasting, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
We said it was going to go quick, but those cautions didn't help us there.
Yeah, those cautions really...
Workman finished
took
third.
The time now. After literally hitting the fence, coming back third, I mean, that's really good for Workman. And I mean,
well, Fluffy,
both trucks had it.
Do you mind shooting those guys the invites here, so I don't have to go blue screen for the viewers?
Mm-hmm. Sure can.
Bless you, buddy.
Bless.
Gotta get these boys up in here in the boom boom room.
The boom boom.
This is J-Mon's and Fluffy's bounce house of madness. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting on our podium finishers to get up in here, I think a lesson learned that we're not going to run strict cautions again. I mean, they just introduced this into the update yesterday to the game, and a lot of the leagues are wanting to try it out, just to test it out and try and make the product of racing a little bit better overall. And I don't think it's the way to go going forward with our league anyway. But like I said, the small sample size of racing that we got out of that was very, very intense racing, and there was there was a lot of action there up front. That was fun to watch. Just unfortunate with how the cautions fell, and for very, very minor stuff, but it happens.
Most
And
definitely.
I saw that there were some people in here. Do we have all three of our podium finishers?
We do.
Awesome. We can start with our third place finisher, and Max, if you wouldn't mind holding tight, buddy.
All good.
All right, man. So third place finisher, we have C. Workman up in here. Cody, we know it was a caution fest, bud. With the strict cautions being on, every league is wanting to try it now, but take that and push it to the side. The actual racing that happened out there, you and Saab Max, Honey, y'all were up there pretty much the entire time. Tell us how your race went. Any feedback that you have for the cautions. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday when 7.4 came out with this new custom model, I was kind of testing it out a little bit, and I guess had I known that they were going to do strict cautions tonight, I would have strongly advised against it because,
Right.
it just really isn't a happy medium. It's either 5-car pile up and maybe there's a caution, or someone scrapes a little paint off the right side and they throw a caution for this thing. So that's unfortunate, but it's overall race. I mean, did pretty well. Led for a decent amount of the time, and basically knew I wasn't really concerned whether or not I started on the inside or the outside on restarts, because almost every single time I'd be able to get to position going down to turn one. But yeah, last 2 laps were crazy. Lead switched hands about probably 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure, but yeah, final lap just got my best turn one of the night and got a huge launch off the corner, beat Saab to the S's and was able to clear him going up the hill, and then going into the bus stop got quite the shot, and that got my truck all sideways, and
Right.
coming out of the bus stop into the carousel, I thought I was going to nose into the inside wall, and surprised that didn't actually bring out a caution, but based off everything else, but kept it straight, and then beat and banged a little bit in that carousel, and then had about a truck length or two lead. Second to last corner, he was closing on me a little bit, but I was like, oh, well, I think I got enough gap. And I was just braking to make my corner, and I just got a huge shot. And, it wasn't just a little shot. It felt like a pretty big shot for assuming, how slow you got to take that corner. But it's mainly just frustrating that, we have a battle like that for 2 laps, and it's got to end like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunate we couldn't have a finish to the line, but it is what it is. Still a good points day out of winning stage 1, or not winning stage 2, getting a point in stage 1, and third place. So I guess points day is pretty good.
Yes, sir. And to add on to that, we know that you had some issues with your campus internet there, and you're working through it. So the lag is understandable.
Yeah,
and you know it's a factor, but nonetheless, you fought through that. That was some awesome racing between you and Saab. We were thoroughly impressed. That lead switched hands.
I know.
7-8 times a lap.
I had to. Oh, I know. I was constantly I was always constantly looking in my mirror too, throughout the battle, and just to make sure, okay, is my truck acting up? Is the internet acting up? Whatever. Trying to race as hard as I can while still being respectful at the same time. And
Right.
Just like that, trying to pull to one side of the straightaway whenever, in case something were to happen. And hopefully though that Ethernet will be fixed next week and be able to go all out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be your third place finisher, C. Workman. Great finish there, bud. And capitalizing on the minimal amount of mistakes and the cautions there that happened. So good on you, bud.
Oh, just something I want to add real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Was
yeah.
happy to run this paint scheme tonight. Kind of with it being Veterans Day week. Had my cousin, Specialist Dustin Workman II. He was killed in action in Iraq about 12 years ago, and with some of the really cool designs that 704s come out with these paint schemes, was able to put a cool little scheme together that kind of represented his U.S. Army colors that he represented for us, and was happy to at least get a decent result tonight out of that.
Yes, sir. I actually commented on that 'cause I did catch that on Twitter earlier today, and that I actually brought it up in the broadcast that it was cool that you honored your cousin that way, and it looked good, dude, and you ran it well for him. So,
Most
Okay,
definitely.
thank you.
all right, buddy. So we're now on to our second place finisher, Honey Wild. How'd your race go, man?
Pretty good. I was basically just following Saab and Workman the whole race. I was just trying to figure out how to do the bus stop efficiently, and I was just watching those guys race each other, basically.
Yeah, you were right there in the catbird seat. If anyone happened to slip up, you were within striking distance. So
I think that last turn I would have actually had Saab, but I mean that's just because Workman and him hit each other there.
right.
But yeah, I don't know if I actually would have caught him if there was like another lap to go. But yeah.
Yeah, Fluffy, you got anything for Honey Wild as well?
No, sir.
Yeah, it was rather short, sample size. Like I was saying, all the leagues are trying these strict cautions, and we saw just how strict they are. It's tough going. And not only that, you mix in with default setups. These brake biases are just out of whack. Suspensions are out of whack. You got to go with the flow on it until you can get to pit road and try and make any small amount of adjustments to it to help it. But nonetheless, man, you guys stayed in the top three. Put on a whale of a show for us. I mean, like I said, small sample size, but the intensity was there, and it was very
Most
entertaining.
definitely.
It was very
Yes, it
entertaining for what
was.
we saw. So there's nothing to hang your heads about there, honey. Like,
Yeah, it was entertaining just watching him. I was watching Saab just on Workman's butt the whole time.
yeah, you're not lying. It was very entertaining, and I'm, it was awesome to call that race. Again, small sample size, but the intensity and the respect of driver etiquette, not to mention hard racing, tight racing, it was all there in jam-packed, small sample size form, and I was thoroughly impressed with how all you boys did. So, like I said, don't hang your heads low on that because that was fun. And Fluffy, did you have anything else for Honey?
No, I d-
10-4. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be your second place finisher, Honey Wild. Again, congrats on your second place finish, bro.
Thank you.
All right, and let's just go ahead and call him it back to back. Max, welcome to the winner's circle, brother.
First off, want to say to Workman, man, not intentional into that last turn. There was a little bit of a lag shot from him these last couple laps, and then I just rewatched the replay, and I had a perfect run on him set up into the corner, and he did that backward lag shot, and I kind of misjudged how much that slowed me down because it did slow me a good amount, and I missed my braking point because of it, and we made contact, and that's not the way I wanted to win this race, and I really apologize to Workman for that. That was not my intention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So going forward
But
here, man, that battle, man, like walk us through that because that you're on default setups. You have no idea what it's going to give you until you're out there doing it. So walk us through that, man. How did it feel? How that was wild to watch. Walk us through it, though.
It was wild though. I mean, when we actually did go green, I totally blew turn one with Jay Hyper. We laughed our asses off all the way to the wall because these things are dump trucks with the default setups. So I mean, The racing was fun when we were able to stay green. I know the strict cautions may have not worked out this time, but that's all right. But those last 2 laps with Workman and I, it was a blast. It was absolutely a blast. It made me think of Robbie Gordon and Kurt Busch 2006 Busch Series area.
Good reference.
Banging off each other.
Yeah.
Awesome race. That race made me want to win at Watkins Glen. That race was epic. So to kind of relive that sideways and banging on each other through the bus stop thing was awesome, but it didn't need to end that way, and I feel bad for him. I really do. Hopefully it was entertaining to anybody who was watching, but man, it was fun. It was really fun, and once again, Workman, hell of a racer. Y'all should go follow him on Twitter.
Yes, sir. Fluffy, you got something for Max here?
Man, I don't know how you were making it through that corner, though. 2 and 3 there, you would get such a run, even on default, man. I was thinking you were on a setup or something. That was crazy how you were just getting a momentum run through that 2 and 3 there.
Yeah, man, the truck was really good through the S's. I don't know, the tire pressure and tape I did just worked, and so that was the one spot I could hope for to kind of pull away. That and the bus stop, but man, that was fun. It was fun. It was a fun race.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, we had plenty of coverage there, covering you through the S's, because there was a decent sized gap, and we were watching just that lead just dwindle up to the carousel. It was incredible just how much time you gained between the exit of turn 1 and getting into the carousel. That was incredible. Just wow.
Yeah, it's all about momentum with these trucks, man. If you hold them steady off turn 1, you can fly through that wide open. Gain. It was fun. Felt like a roller coaster.
It was fun to watch, and I can't stress it enough. We know, the small sample size, we didn't get to see really good strung out green flag racing. And we learned our lesson. I'm sure the admins will review, the strict cautions and make proper adjustments. But the sample size of actual racing we got that was under green flag conditions, I was impressed. There was a lot of good stuff going on. You had 3 wide at a couple points. Going through the carousel, 2-3 wide against each other, not necessarily door banging, but you were rubbing and bumping, grinding up against each other to get your positions. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I really think the trucks lend themselves to that kind of contact. Because, I'm just watching the replay now, and on that final restart, Workman and I went side by side through the S's, and just slightly bumped doors, and you can't really do that, but it happened, and it worked, and it looked badass. So, this was fun. This was a good one.
Yes, sir. Well, Fluffy, do you have anything else left for our winner?
I do not.
Damn, well, Max, congratulations on your back-to-back wins. We know you weren't too happy about how that ended, but you can't take it away from you, man. You're back-to-back here in the default series, so congratulations, man.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it, and shout out to you guys for commentating again. I hope that it was as exciting as California, so I appreciate it, and try to go for it next week again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the kind words. Well, Fluffy, you got any? Yeah, go ahead.
I did stream that race too, so if you guys want to watch that, you can go to Twitch. It's Hunty.
Okay. There you go.
Definitely
got another.
Check that out.
Yep, that onboard will probably look crazy. Honestly.
Yeah, most definitely.
So yeah, give Honey a subscription there or a follow there on Twitch, and check out the racing action from there, because I'm sure there was nothing short of jaw dropping. All right, Fluffy, got any last words? Race recap? Anything you want to throw out there?
Honestly, it was good racing. It was a really short race, but it was good racing between, Max Boost and Workman there for, the entire time. you would see, Max get this big momentum, run towards, 2 and 3 there, and then, uh, Workman would get in him some places, and Max would, regain, the interval back on him through the bus stop. So it was just, it's kind of like the Chase Elliott and Martin Truex duel back to back, So, it was a pretty good race overall, man. And, I definitely love being up in the booth ever since California. It's been, a pleasure being up in the booth with, UJ Mons and, being able to commentate these races between these guys, very talented guys, consistent guys, and love to be a part of it, and looking forward to next week, man.
Yes, sir. And speaking of next week, that's a perfect transition here. Our Speedway Collective Default Series will be taking the Cup Series cars to the wonderful high banks of Kansas Speedway. That ought to be a fun one. Lots of speed there. With Default Series, you will be able to run on the bottom some, more than you would with a custom setup. So we should see some decent side-by-side racing. Really good speed. Runs are crazy huge there, too, if you play your cards right. And slide jobs galore. So that'll definitely be a much better racing product than what we saw today, and I think our admins will take heed to what happened today with the strict cautions and go a little bit more on the relaxed side of things. So, but all in all, I cannot be any more satisfied with the actual racing that went on today between those front guys. That was crazy. We unfortunately didn't get to go through the field and show everyone some love like we would normally do. Just everything got crammed into such a tight space there. But we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up here, ladies and gentlemen. And real quick, though, we did want to throw out a shout-out to our supporters here with Speedway Collective, sponsoring our Default Series. Cannot forget about Ronin Imports with our National Series. And also with our Cup Series. We got Pocono Raceway on board there, and they always show love to us in social media and YouTube. Actually, all three of them do. To be honest with you, matter of fact, Speedway Collective shared our tweet today to try and help promote it. So appreciate all of them and what they do for us, and hopefully we can expand on that partnership in the future. But we're gonna wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll catch you next week when our Speedway Collective Default Series carries the Cup Series cars out to Kansas Speedway. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.